This is now what I view as the consumer AI revolution starts in terms of physical AI. And I think what you saw with Nvidia, they're laying out end-to-end platform on autonomous. We've talked about it's why we're so bullish on Tesla, given robotaxis and the autonomous sort of vision there. But this is the next stage of AI, but it's all fueled by the godfather of AI, Jensen Nvidia. The time we spent there with Nvidia and Jensen and on the floor, you cannot come away thinking that there's an AI bubble. I mean, we're still in the early days of playing out because you see what's happening on embedded devices, on the chip releases, obviously some releases to AMD and others. And I think it's not fatigue. I think investors are starting to realize that this next stage of the AI revolution is now taking hold.
Wall Street keeps debating whether artificial intelligence has already peaked, whether the biggest gains are behind us, and the hype has run too far, too fast. But Dan Ives is arguing something very different. In his view, 2024 and 2025 were not the climax of the AI story. They were the setup, the proof of concept phase, the moment when AI stopped being a demo and started delivering real returns inside businesses, factories, data centers, and physical systems. Ives' core conviction is simple but powerful. AI is no longer a software cycle. It is an infrastructure and platform cycle. As AI adoption scales from experimentation to mission-critical deployment, the constraint is no longer ideas. It's compute, power, networking, and integration. That's why global AI-related capital spending is now measured in the hundreds of billions annually, and why this cycle is expected to unfold over 8 to 10 years, not a few quarters. Most importantly, AI is moving off screens and into the real world. Autonomous vehicles, robotics, enterprise decision engines, AI agents operating inside workflows, factories, and logistics networks. This shift fundamentally changes the economics, favoring companies that control platforms, data, and distribution rather than one-off products. In this video, we're going to break down 3 companies that align perfectly with this worldview. Businesses positioned not just for the next earnings report, but for 2026 and far beyond, regardless of near-term market volatility. Let's begin with Nvidia Corporation, ticker NVDA, because this is where Dan Ives' entire AI framework converges. Nvidia is no longer just selling chips into an AI boom. It is redefining how AI infrastructure itself is built, sold, and locked in. What fundamentally changed the story is Nvidia pulling its next-generation Rubin platform forward. This was not a roadmap teaser or a theoretical leap. Rubin represents a shift from selling individual components to selling rack-scale AI architectures. Customers are no longer choosing GPUs a la carte. They are buying fully integrated systems designed to run training, inference, and deployment at massive scale. The Vera Rubin design pairs a custom high-core count CPU with Nvidia GPUs, delivering roughly 5 times the inference performance and more than 3 times the training performance compared to Blackwell. That leap matters because it raises the barrier to entry across the entire ecosystem. Integration at this level, silicon, memory, networking, software, is capital-intensive, time-consuming, and extremely difficult to replicate. Nvidia isn't just competing on performance anymore, it's competing on architecture. The financial visibility reflects that shift. Nvidia guided roughly $65 billion in quarterly revenue, with non-GAAP gross margins near 75%, and management has pointed to approximately $500 billion in combined Blackwell and Rubin backlog visibility through 2026. These are not pilot projects. Nvidia is working with hyperscalers and AI leaders on infrastructure measured in gigawatts of power and multi-year capital commitments. There are risks. China data center revenue has effectively been guided to zero, shrinking Nvidia's total addressable market and increasing reliance on Western hyperscalers. But that's the critical point. Nvidia is delivering record revenue, margins, and backlog without China. Demand hasn't vanished, it has concentrated. This is why Nvidia fits perfectly into Ives' thesis. AI is becoming physical infrastructure, and Nvidia sits at the center of that transformation. It is evolving from a chip supplier into the operating system of the AI economy, a role built not for short-term trades, but for multi-year compounding. From hardware architecture, the story naturally moves to enterprise execution, and that brings us to Microsoft Corporation, ticker MSFT. Microsoft is the calm, underappreciated force behind this AI cycle. Not because it shouts the loudest, but because it converts AI demand into durable cash flow better than anyone else. Microsoft's advantage starts with visibility. The company now reports roughly $392 billion in commercial remaining performance obligations, up 51% year-over-year, with a weighted average duration of just 2 years. That matters because this backlog represents near-term consumption already contracted, not speculative demand. Commercial bookings are up over 100% year-over-year, giving Microsoft one of the clearest revenue runways in big tech. Azure is the engine. Cloud revenue continues to grow near 40%, yet management has been explicit that demand is actually higher than reported because capacity remains constrained by power, GPUs, and infrastructure through fiscal 2026. In other words, growth today is limited by supply, not customer interest. As capacity gradually comes online late in calendar 2026, deferred demand should convert directly into revenue without requiring incremental sales effort. What makes this especially compelling is margin discipline. Despite heavy AI investment, operating margins have remained largely stable. Productivity and business processes margins are actually higher year over year, showing that Copilot and Microsoft 365 efficiencies are offsetting AI usage costs. Operating expenses are growing in the mid-single digits, while revenue is growing in the high teens. The exact setup investors look for before earnings leverage accelerates. And adoption is real. Copilot now exceeds 150 million monthly active users, with enterprise deployments expanding across major global organizations. Microsoft's playbook mirrors its cloud strategy: drive usage first, prove productivity gains, then monetize over time without cannibalizing existing revenue streams. This is why Microsoft fits squarely into Dan Ives' outlook. It is not chasing AI hype. It is embedding AI into workflows, enterprises, and institutions, turning adoption into predictable earnings power. As AI costs normalize and capacity constraints ease, Microsoft is positioned to quietly re-accelerate earnings in 2026, supported by one of the most defensible business models in the market. From enterprise AI, we move into the physical world, and that brings us to Tesla, ticker TSLA. Tesla is where Dan Ives' concept of physical AI stops being theoretical and starts driving itself through real cities. The turning point came when Tesla began driverless robotaxi testing in Austin, with no human safety monitors on board. That milestone signals confidence in the latest full self-driving software and marks the transition from supervised autonomy to early commercial validation. While competitors like Waymo still operate larger fleets today, Tesla's advantage lies in vertical integration. Tesla designs the hardware, writes the software, manufactures at scale, and improves performance through real-world data, all inside one system. That data advantage, build, compounds relentlessly. Tesla's vision-only autonomy approach avoids costly LiDAR and radar stacks, enabling lower vehicle costs and faster scaling. Morgan Stanley estimates Tesla could expand its robotaxi fleet to around 1,000 vehicles by 2026, with the potential to reach 1 million robotaxis by the mid-2030s if execution continues. Scaling at that level would be extremely difficult for competitors dependent on third-party vehicles and sensor-heavy designs. Short-term pressures are real. EV demand has softened, global competition has intensified, and regulatory scrutiny remains a risk. For the next 2 to 3 years, Tesla's revenue will still be dominated by its automotive business. But the market is not valuing Tesla as a car company. It is valuing optionality. The possibility that autonomous mobility becomes a high-margin, recurring revenue platform layered on top of Tesla's manufacturing base. Dan Ives has consistently argued that autonomy represents the next trillion-dollar AI opportunity, and Tesla is the only company attempting to industrialize it at global scale. If robotaxis begin contributing meaningfully to revenue later this decade, Tesla's earnings profile could change dramatically. That makes Tesla not a low-volatility holding, but a long-duration bet on AI, data, and autonomy reshaping transportation itself. Taken together, these three companies form a clear picture of where AI is heading. Nvidia builds the architecture. Microsoft monetizes AI inside enterprises. Tesla brings AI into the physical world. Different businesses, different risk profiles, but the same underlying theme: AI as long-term infrastructure, not a passing trend. Dan Ives' message is not about timing tops or chasing hype. It's about owning platforms positioned to compound through volatility as this cycle unfolds. As AI moves deeper into economies and industries, these are the kinds of businesses shaping what the next decade looks like, not just in markets, but in the real world.